Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome one and all to the live stream launch of the 3-ounce Silver Forum rounds. Thank you all for joining us if you are early birds into the stream. The plan today is to probably about 45 minutes to an hour of just live chat. I don't do live streams very often. When we do, it's always really good fun to hear from everybody out there who's all around the world, who tunes in to watch our videos. It's quite amazing, really, that there are so many people who will tune in from all over the world. So feel free down in the chat, which I think will be over there. Well, it's either going to be over there or it's going to be down there if you are watching in widescreen mode. Say hello, tell us where you're from, and tell us what time of day it is where you're from as well, because we're going to have people from all around the world. Mantis Metals, early bird into the stream, is saying it's 9 a.m. where he is, and I think that means he must be in the US. But I know there's a few people in the chat from the UK already. We've got Fossil Metals, who is a long-term subscriber. You've been with us for donkey's years, my friend. Thank you very much. In fact, you've been with us so long that I'm going to make you a moderator for the channel. We've also got Silverback Stacker, who's also in as a moderator. Thank you, Silverback Stacker, and welcome. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. So who else is joining us in the chat? We've got Joshua Whitty, I believe that's how I'm pronouncing it, saying they look great. Thank you. We'll get to those in a moment. We've also got NPC number 696969, who is from Singapore and telling us it's 1 a.m. That's way past my bedtime. But welcome from the UK to Singapore. We've got 12 p.m. in the US. I presume you must be on the East Coast then. And the 9 a.m. people will be presumably on the West Coast. We've got Daka Dekano. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. I'm really sorry. 7 p.m. in Romania. We've got Mantis Metals, Spokane, Washington. So I was right, the West Coast. Love that part of the world. I've been to Seattle, I've been to Corvallis, and I've been to Portland. They're fantastic towns and cities. Love it. Tall Thin Kev, welcome. He is also one of our moderators today, and he's not far from us here in the UK, so no time difference. Who else we've got? We've got Silver Tanua from New Zealand, 6 a.m. You're up early. Well, that's very good commitment. Thank you. Silver Wolverine's in as well. Thank you, everybody, for joining. So, the whole point of this live stream, well, there's two reasons for the live stream. First of all, is to showcase all of these 3-ounce Silver Forum rounds that we've been working on. Very hard work has gone into these over the last couple of months here in the Backyard Bullion household, and I'm really, really happy with the way they've turned out. Normally what we would do for these, and what we've done in fact for every other Silver Forum related project, when we've done 1-ounce bars, 100 grams, 250 grams, all of the different sizes, I've filmed a video showcasing them all and basically highlighting how they look, what they like and everything, and also saying a big thank you to the Silver Forum and also to Mrs. Backyard Bullion for all of the help that the Silver Forum and she gives. But this weekend is a bit different. Now, I was sitting down yesterday trying to film that type of video for today, but the lighting was just awful. It was dark, it was gloomy, and it wasn't really very good. And I thought, do you know what, let's shake it up a little bit. Let's do a live stream. So we are here doing this live stream to show them off. Really, really chuffed with them this year. I don't have, of course, all of them from last year to showcase, but I do have one from last year. So we have here on the right-hand side, the 2018 edition, as you can see. And this is my one, number 2. And I like to think that you can see the progression in my pouring skills have been coming out over this last couple of years, and it is quite nice to see when I've got my own little date run of these pieces, and it does seem to evolve. But I'm really, really pleased with the way that these have turned out. There's some incredible ripples on here, and I'm just it's just so sad that I have to say goodbye to all of them by sending them all out this coming week. So it is a bit sad, but anyway. Let's head back into the chat. So I will be talking a little bit more about these and everything. Let's just have a quick run back into the chat to see how we're getting on and where everybody's there. Fossil Metals is saying, show your support with a big thumbs up. Yes, any thumbs ups would be very helpful to anybody. If you wouldn't mind putting a thumbs up on this video, it really does help everything we do here on the channel. We've got Dixie Silver Miner. Hello. I recently sent Dixie Silver Miner a second package, because we had one that went missing, which was a real shame. But it finally arrived. If you've not checked their channel out, then go and have a look. They are very, very good at what they do. We've got Andy, who says, watch these sell out in 48 hours. Well, they are close. We've got 9 left, 9 available to buy at the moment. Now, I'll put a link down in the chat box to my website, where you can go and you can see them and you can make a purchase if you want to. However, there are better ways of purchasing them at better prices. Now, through my website, the checkout process is via PayPal, and that has fees, and we have to account for those. Also, if you are a Silver Forum member, if you're a paid member of the Silver Forum, like a gold premium or silver premium member, then there will be discounts available. So the listed price that we've got on my website is all inclusive of basically PayPal fees and the top end price for these items. So it's not going to be necessarily the cheapest way to buy it, but it is of course a different way, it's a bit more secure way. You can pay through PayPal, you have your buyer protection and all of that. So if you want to do that, then you can. But the best way to buy these, if you're interested, and bear in mind we've only got 9 left, is to get in touch directly either through the Silver Forum or via my email address. Now, my email is byb@backyardbullion.com. I'll put that in the chat as well, but I'll also put a link in the chat to the Silver Forum, where you can actually go and see all of the different price structures for the different paid membership levels. Now, the whole point of why we do these Silver Forum bars and rounds and everything in the first place is to raise awareness of the Silver Forum. Now, the Silver Forum has been a huge part of my my life and my business for the last couple of years, and it really is an incredible place. The community spirit there is fantastic. The people there are just really interesting to talk about different coins and even hand-pulled pieces of silver. We've got a thriving trade section there, and it's really very cool indeed, and I've learned an awful lot. And some of you might be asking, the paid membership there, is it even worth it? That's going to be up to every individual person to decide whether or not you want to pay for a membership level, but you do get discounts on these, and you get access to things like the incredible trade section that the Silver Forum has and various other premium member benefits too. So in my opinion, I think it's a pretty good deal. And in that thread that I've just linked into the chat, there is basically all of the information that you need. I'm going to flash it up again. It's in the chat. If you want to go and check out the Silver Forum, then I'd highly recommend it. And I want to say a personal thank you to Chris Silver over on the forum as well, because he's been a long-term supporter. He's the owner of the forum, and his faith in our brand is just really humbling. So thank you. So let's head back to the chat. It's been a bit since I've looked at it, so I'm just going to scroll back up again. We've got a few new people. We've got Van Wood, welcome, hello. We've got Rockzilla, Charles Davis in the chat, Archaeology Mike 007, who has recently been to England last summer on a cruise. Very good. Where did you dock? That would be very interesting to find out. We've got Eddie's Little Stack. Dixie Silver Miner is in the chat. Mr. Billionaire is in as well. He's asking, is this my full-time job? I would never work again if this was my job. You love silver. This is, in fact, my full-time job. Making silver, making hand-poured silver, and also doing YouTube here. As much as the little ad revenue actually makes any difference, it's part of my job now, my life. That's what we do for a living, what I do for a living anyway. Mrs. Backyard Bullion works very hard. I get to stay at home and pour silver. Van Wood is asking, would I consider what I do as art along the lines of drawing, painting, and animation? Yes, I think I would say it's a very creative process. Like, yes, in theory, anybody can pour a piece of silver, and you can pour a round piece of silver. It's not necessarily that hard to do. What the hard thing to do, in my opinion, is kind of twofold. Is to be able to pour it consistently enough that you can get really nice pieces that look great with some ripples. Now, of course, ripples are not going to be for everybody, but in my opinion, they are what makes our brand a little bit different to just a generic piece of poured silver. We try our very best to create the best ripples possible. And to create these 50 rounds, by the way, there's probably been 70 to, no, even more probably, I'd say, I'd say there's been like 70 that got through to the point where we were then stamping them. There were then a bunch that were either misstamped, because this big flat stamp here with the pickaxe is not an easy stamp to make. There were probably maybe 15, 20 or so that were misstamped or just didn't have the right look and feel to them. So they went back in the melting pot. And these are all poured by hand to approximately 3 ounces, remember. So, you get a lot which are just under and a lot which are a little bit too far over. So, yeah, I would consider this a bit of an art, in my opinion. But I don't know, it's each to their own, really. So now Dixie Silver Miner is saying silver pouring is the best job ever. Of course, they are running their own small business as well, and they probably have a lot of the same thoughts on it as I do. So yes, it is an incredible thing to do. Absolutely love it, and I would highly recommend it as a hobby if you can try it, as long as you stay safe. So we've got other couple of people. We've got Mr. Dave is asking, he can only imagine our electricity bill. Really interesting point that you make there. The electricity for the furnaces that we use is no different than essentially having your toaster on for about 2 hours. It's got the same. It's literally got the same energy draw as a toaster. It's amazing. These things are absolutely incredible. So in terms of electricity cost, it's not actually as much as you might think. We've got Mantis Metals saying that he is thoroughly addicted to pouring and hopes to eventually make it his job. Well, I'm going to head on over to your channel. You've only got 11 subscribers, but I'm going to subscribe. There we go. Maybe one day you will be doing silver pouring as your job. I hope so too. Roxzilla says, did you pour these or did a group pour them? I poured them. I poured every single one, Roxzilla. Every single one of these is done by myself. We then stamp everything by hand ourselves too, and we then antique them and we polish them, and here they are. Fossil Metals is saying it can be great fun, but it's also very time consuming. It is very time consuming, and that's a very important point to remind everybody that these are not just generic pieces of bullion. I'm not going to lie and tell you that this is cheap silver. It's not, because a lot of time, energy, effort and energy goes into making these, and it's not easy to do, and it takes a lot of time, and essentially what you're paying for is you're paying for the time. So we've got now Chris Clark says dig out number 8 to show them off. It will be the best one. I think that's probably because you've bought number 8. Oh, look, there it is. Straight away I found it. So that is number 8. So now these are serialized. So I will say that these are serialized. We've serialized them on the side of these, because the design on the top, there isn't really enough room to put all of the information that you want. Nice flat base on these rounds, and then there's the 2019 on the other side. So very cool indeed. And we've got number 8 there, which is your one, I presume, Mr. Chris. We've got a few people who have said they've sent me an email. Andy sent me an email. It's a bit difficult for me to reply, but I will in turn reply as soon as I can. So anyway, yes. Our Hut is asking prices on the homepage. So look, I've said this at the beginning of the stream. I'll say it again now. Prices on my website are inclusive of PayPal fees. For the very best prices, head on over to the Silver Forum and get in touch directly, or an email. We can, of course, do different prices for basically for those people who want to bypass PayPal. The prices are based on the amount of energy, effort, labor, time, skill. There's a whole load of different things here. The stamp as well, the molds, the assay testing. So that's one thing we haven't even touched on here. These are all hallmarked and assay tested. So we've got here these 4 marks on the bottom of these rounds: BYB 999, the castle, and a U. And those are all put on there by the Edinburgh Assay Office, and that costs a significant amount of money. So the prices are what they are. I'm not going to lie, they're not cheap pieces of silver. And if you are interested in them and you want to support the Silver Forum, you want to support Backyard Bullion and everything that we do, then that's for you. If it's not, that's also fine too. Mr. Dave is asking, how are the fingers? They are doing quite well, actually. We've got 3 lovely blisters, which are, well, technically 4 lovely blisters, which are just about healing. This middle finger one was the worst one, and it's just about ready to show on YouTube without getting demonetized for blood and gore. Not very nice. And then we've got another one here on my thumb. That one actually looks the worst, but it's actually not the worst at all. It's actually healing up pretty nicely. So, yeah. Thanks for asking. They are on there, on the mend. Tall Thin Kev has asked, have I thought about using a press instead of stamping? I have indeed thought about using a press, but unfortunately we don't really have the space. I literally work out of my kitchen and on the kitchen table, so there is no space at all to get those kind of pieces of equipment, even small ones. It's just not practical in our house at the moment. Mr. Bullionaire is asking, what's the unhealthy part? Fumes. There's not really that many fumes from pouring silver. You get maybe fumes from the blowtorch and things. You get the butane fumes and things like that. But it's an interesting thing to think about. Archaeology Mike says he'll be doing YouTube videos when he gets a camera, doing coin relating and metal detecting in 2 to 4 years after college, and he'll be doing archaeology, studying battlefields around the world. That's fascinating. I did archaeology at university and I absolutely loved it. Pretty useless degree for finding a real job unless you want to go and be an archaeologist, so I wish you all the best with that, but really loved it nevertheless. Right, I'm missing out on a lot of people in the chat. I'm really sorry about this, guys, but there's a lot of you in the chat talking. Dixie Silverminer says, that's a lot of stamping I've done. Nice job. It is the worst. I mean, there's an awful lot of stamps on each one of these. You know, we've got 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 stamps. 28 stamps per round. That's maths I can't even do. 28 times 50, 1,400 stamps that I had to do to create these. So yeah, not an easy task at all. And there was, I think the bruise is just about faded. You might be able to still see a bit of a bruise there, but I whacked myself in the hand with the hammer, which wasn't very clever, but pretty much gone now. So part of the trials and tribulations of, you know, pouring silver and stamping silver. So let's see who else is in the chat now. We've got Change Exchange. Welcome. Hey, hey, hey. Eddie's little stack is leaving us with a thumbs up. Thank you. If you have not hit the thumbs up button already, it would be very helpful. There you go. Thumbs up. It does help, really, genuinely does, through YouTube algorithm and things like that. So please feel free to leave the thumbs up if you enjoy these rounds, if you enjoy the content that we make. And if you want to support the channel and purchase some of these, we do have some still available. Now, I've had a few people email me basically in the last couple of minutes. I'm just trying to catch up with them. We've got a couple of people who've asked for some silver rounds. So doing a little bit of mental maths, I think we've probably got about 7 which are available technically. There is basically 2 ways, well, a number of different ways you can buy them. If you want to go and buy them straight away and you want the protection of PayPal and everything like that, then you can do the link that I've just put in the chat to my website. That's not the cheapest way of getting them, though. If you are interested, I would highly recommend that you email me. My email address I'll put in the chat as well, and then we can at least basically bypass the PayPal fees. And I can't multitask, can't type and talk. Let me just get my email written. So you can email me, byb@backyardbullion.com, and then we can sort things out. We ship worldwide, so if you're interested and you're in the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you might be, then please feel free to get in touch. And the best way of getting in touch and getting the best prices is to check out the Silver Forum. The whole point of these is to support the Silver Forum. Asif B is asking, can we buy these directly without membership? Yes, you can. It's all about, you know, raising funds and awareness. That's another thing to say as well, that, you know, these are not cheap pieces of silver, but proceeds from the sales of these go towards the Silver Forum. The Silver Forum is an incredible website. It's a really hard website to manage and keep up. So Chris Silver, the owner of the Silver Forum, also, he just supports everything that we do by allowing us to create these merchandises, but money does go from the sales of these directly to the Silver Forum to keep it as free as possible, because it is a free site to use if you wanted to. There are benefits to being basically a paid member, but I think it's well worth paying if you are not a member. But you can buy these rounds if you are interested. You don't have to be a member. You'd be supporting us. We've also got a few other things live on our website right now, a few Backyard Bullion logo bars and squares and things like that, and a few other little bits and bobs. So if you are interested, links down in the chat to our website, and I'll link to the shop, and you can go there and you can see, and if there's anything you want, you can just get in touch by email. So Silver Stealer, I know you are going to hopefully be showcasing something pretty soon, I think. I don't know if you've already done it. I am subscribed to your channel, but today's been a bit of a busy day, so I haven't actually had a chance to see. I don't think you have. No, but I hope to see at some point something on your channel. I really hope you like them. I think that they were really cool. And yeah. So we've got Fossil, Silverback Stacker, and Tall Thin Kev, by the way, are doing a fantastic job moderating today. Thanks to them. Give them all a big thank you down in the chat. Really do appreciate it. And go and check out all their channels as well, because they're all fantastic YouTubers here on this platform. Really great people to talk with in the community. So now we have not just got these. I want to also show you a few new things. So for those who've been buying my Handful Silver in the last couple of months, we've been including, and these have really been incredibly popular, we've been including these little assay cards, they're basically the dealer's notice. Now in the United Kingdom, for those who don't know, hallmarking is a requirement. It's illegal to sell something and describe it as silver. Now, there are loopholes. So in theory, I could sell these and I could say, we've got some 3-ounce white metal rounds, and I wouldn't have to have them hallmarked. So there are technically loopholes about this, but it's much better to have these hallmarks on there. And the hallmarks are the guarantee, as it says here, ask if it's hallmarked, it's your guarantee of the purity, and it's really, really important. These, and it's a big responsibility as well to have these assayed and to be able to produce them, to have the environment that is clean, and without a shadow of a doubt that there is no impurity, there is nothing on this that is not 999 silver, and that's really, really important to us here. We embraced the hallmarking when we decided we really needed to do it, and it's just been one of the best things to us. So the hallmarks, everything we sell now that is hallmarked, we send out one of these dealer cards, these dealer notice cards, so that you can find out a little bit more about it, because a lot of people all around the world don't really have hallmarking. It's more of a European thing. There are hallmarks from other countries in Europe, but predominantly it's more of a UK thing. And you can see all the different marks, so it's not just silver that can be marked. It's basically, you've got all of the compulsory marks here. So the sponsors mark, which will be my BYB, so you can see there, BYB, that is my sponsors mark. And then, of course, the purity, which is 999. You can, of course, do all of the other different metals as well. And then the different assay offices. Now, there are a few other silver pourers from the United Kingdom in the chat. Fossil Metals, I think, is with Sheffield. And there's a couple of other people on the forum that are with various different assay offices. They all have different ways of operating and basically working with their customers. But I like the Edinburgh Assay Office. I think they've done really well by me. And I really think that they're a fantastic institution, and of course we've been up there a number of times, so really, really happy with them and everything that they're helping us with our brand. So that's what we are sending out with all of these rounds. Now, as well as the 3-ounce Silver Forum rounds, we have another, it's not really a sneak peek because these are actually technically live up on the Silver Forum right now. We have the 5-ounce hammered rounds. So I had this idea to do basically a pyramid of rounds earlier in the year, but we didn't really have the time to produce like a 1, a 3, a 5, a 10-ounce round. But I was hammering around on a couple of other pieces, and we decided that we were going to make some hammered rounds for the forum. And these are just my favorite things I've ever made. I really think that they are absolutely incredible. We stamp the big silver the pickaxe, Silver Forum pickaxe, in the middle before we hammer it, and then we hammer it all around, and off we go. And I think it looks really, really very good indeed. So yeah, those are live now, and we are taking pre-orders for them. They will only have a mintage of 25 pieces. So if you want to get one of those, you can't order those on my website right now. The only way that you can do that is by emailing me, byb@backyardbullion.com, or go over to the Silver Forum and check out the different prices for the premium members. It's all about supporting the forum. That is why we do these. Yes, we run a business and we make a little bit of money from them, but predominantly it is about raising brand awareness. It is about raising funds for the Silver Forum, and we are very, very happy to work with them, and it's really very humbling. And I want to say at this point here a huge thank you to all of the Silver Forum members who have been purchasing these already. As we speak, there's I think 6 now. I've had another inquiry through email, so we've got 6 available. Assuming everybody pays that has said they want to reserve one, that would be 6 available. So if you are interested in these 3-ounce forum rounds, links in the they're not in the description yet because I haven't got a description, but they're in the chat. There's a link to my website. There's a link to the Silver Forum, and you can go and check everything out. But yeah, it's they're selling pretty quickly, and thank you to the Silver Forum members for all of their support. It really is absolutely incredible to be able to create these for you. So thank you. Let's jump back into the chat for a little moment, and then I've got a couple of really very cool things to show you too. So I'm going up a little bit. Silver Steeler, if you're still in the chat, he's getting something very cool from a good friend of his. I won't say who, but he's getting something very cool via a good friend of his from me, and hopefully he'll be sharing them on his channel very soon, he says. We've got a few other people coming in. Fossil Metals, our moderator for the day, is saying each assay office has a different stamp, but they all work to the same rules and standards, and he's very happy with Sheffield. Of course, each assay office will totally work to every single standard that is required of them, and it's very, very it's just really interesting to see the different marks. I think it's like a bit of history. They really are incredible, and they'll stay, you'll stay on the Hallmark registers for hundreds of years, thousands of years. It's very cool indeed. So anyway, let's go back to the chat. We've got Cadmium Green in the chat. Thank you for your support. He's purchased one through the Silver Forum. We've got Silver Mac saying that he's going to polish. Oh, he's probably talking about hammered pieces. Yeah, I just use a ballpoint hammer, and it's got a lot of texture on it, so you get a lot of the little scratches. As you can see, there's little scratches on the hammering, and I think that's really cool. I like the way that looks. But if you have a polished hammer and you polish it after every time, it will have a very different look indeed. So Tall Thin Ken is asking about 5-ounce unhammered ones. We don't do those just yet. Perhaps in 2020, I don't know. But at the moment, it's just hammered or naught, I'm afraid. That's what we are doing for the 5-ounce rounds. We haven't really got time or anything left in 2019 to do them yet, but that's essentially what we're doing. We've got Brian Weidel saying hi, how are you? I'm very well, my friend. I did see, I can't remember who, I think it was Spanish Silver. He was asking, have I had my foot operation yet? No, I have not. Unfortunately, my surgery was postponed. The wonders of waiting for surgery in the United Kingdom on the NHS. Not going to moan about the NHS though, because they do a fantastic job, and it'll happen one day, and hopefully very soon. I don't know. Cadmium Green is asking, any latest reveals on the Secret Paw project? I haven't got. Oh, I have got something to hand actually. I have got a couple of things to hand. I can't tell you and show you everything because we're doing a little bit of a sneaky peeky over the next couple of weeks, basically. But maybe if I do something like that, very quick. You'll have to be quick to see that. I'll go again. There we go. That's all I'm going to do. For those of you who are not in the know, there's a thread on the forum all about something big. Something big is coming, and we're really proud of it. So we'll see. We'll see. Electro Pig von Fockengrooven. I hope that doesn't demonetize me. He's a bit late, but feel free to start over again now that I'm here. Well, in that case, Electro Pig, I'll do my intro again just for you. Hello, everybody. Backyard Bullion here. It's really silly. Every time I do that and Mrs. Backyard Bullion's in the room, she always laughs because I throw my arms out to try and get the energy in my voice, and yeah, it's just a bit funny. But anyway, who else have we got in the chat? Silverback Stacker. You're lucky in America. You can get surgery now. You just can't afford it. Well, yes, that's one of the things. We did actually look at going private, but it's just not worth it when you've got such a good kind of free health service, and ultimately all of the private surgeons that are in sort of circulation at the moment pretty much are all on NHS anyway. So you're basically just paying for a slightly speedier surgery, and as this isn't anything life-threateningly urgent, it's just a little bit of discomfort. We don't. So yeah. We don't need to wait. We don't need to bother about waiting. We just have to do it. Silver Mac is saying, make sure to hit the like button. Thank you for reminding everybody. It really does help. It's a YouTube cringy thing to say, but genuinely putting a like, on our videos really does help. It shares things through the YouTube algorithm. Commenting on videos really helps as well. And it's all just really very cool indeed. So. Who else have we got? So Silver Tanua saying that looked like a lot of secret silver. It's a very secret piece of silver. But we're going to hopefully be sharing some things very soon. Tall Thing Kev is saying, have I clicked on the new terms of YouTube? I presume that you are referring to copper, in which case, yes, I've been aware of all of that, and I'm fully up to date with everything that needs to be done for a channel. So it is what it is when you've got to consider those kind of things. It doesn't really affect our channel too much, I think. So it is what it is. I hope it doesn't affect any of the other community members out there. Dixie Silver Miner is leaving us. Back to the shop. Thanks for the live stream. Have a great weekend. Same to you, my friend. Thank you very much for joining. I really, really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Electro Pig says he pre-likes before the video even starts. Thank you. That really does mean a lot. Unfortunately, there are a few trolls out there who will pre-dislike. Yes, anyway. Sorry, just we had an email come through that somebody's just placed an order through my website for one of these 3-ounce forum rounds. So that would mean there's, I think, judging on what we've had email, there are a few emails that have come through. It's very difficult for me to multitask and reply to your emails, so thank you for doing so if you are interested in purchasing these. From a quick little bit of mental maths, if we basically get everybody paying that has asked for one, there's only going to be about 5 left. So if you are interested, then head on over to my website and check them out. I'll put a link down in the description below to the shop page. So if you're interested and want to purchase them straight away, then head on over there right now. Otherwise, feel free to drop me an email. It's byb@backyardbullion.com, and we'll sort everything out. Now, as I said, we've got about 5 left in stock. I'm just going to quickly edit the stock listing because we've got a few people who've emailed me. Granted, they might not all take them, but I don't want to oversell and get people upset that they either missed out or would then have to have refunds. That's not what we want. So I'm just going to quickly update the stock on our website. So the website should now say 5 left in stock. So if you would like to pick one up and you want to secure one quickly, then do so now. Otherwise, basically it's going to be, well, actually, there might be even more. There's another email that just come through. So look, if you want one, I think the best thing to do is just email me and get in touch. So my email is byb@backyardbullion.com. I'm going to put that in the chat as well. Now, I said a few minutes ago that we were going to show you something a little bit different. I still can't multitask. I'm just going to type my email address into the chat. There we go. Now, I was going to tell you that show you some things that are very cool and very big. So here are 2 new kilo bars that we have recently poured, and I am over the moon with them. These are the crowning achievements of the kilo plus pieces in our repertoire, in our portfolio, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I am absolutely over the moon with these pieces. They are my favorite by a country mile. They are all hallmarked as well already. You can see here I just write on with a Sharpie pen what needs to be done on them. We haven't antiqued the laser hallmark on that one yet. That will have to happen when somebody claims it, because this has not technically been claimed yet. We made these in advance, so if anybody is interested in a kilo piece of silver, then you have to email me. There is no other way of doing anything for a kilo bar, so please feel free to get in touch and we can sort it out. Love this one here, though. There's some absolutely incredible detail and texturing on these parts. Now, somebody earlier in the chat asked if you consider this art, and I do consider this art. I mean, this is not something, this takes a lot of skill to create, and I think that I've got some skill, but I also think that I've got some luck, because we've had some kilo bars come out and look nothing like this, and I probably won't be able to pour another one of these ever again. But I'm really happy with the way this one's come out. It's probably my favorite of the lot. Just it's really, really hard to even think about saying goodbye to this. But, you know, we do pour silver as a business. So if anybody wants to claim one of those silver kilo plus bars, then please email me. My email is byb@backyardbullion.com. So let's jump back into the chat and see who else is with us. And we've got Mercier Silver Patriot saying hello. I hope you're well, my friend. Smith S saying lumps. They are very nice lumps of silver. Deborah Labarge or Labragi, I don't know how you might pronounce that, is saying, how do I buy in US dollars? It's not really very easy or possible to do that in US dollars, I have to say. Basically, my website is priced in pounds because I'm in the UK, but PayPal will do a conversion for you when you go through the checkout process if you want to place the order directly there. Otherwise, the slightly cheaper way of getting these is to email me, and then we can do a PayPal direct transfer. That's probably the easiest thing to do. So yeah, that is basically how we go with these. If you are interested and you're from the US, you can purchase directly on the website or get in touch, and we ship internationally. Tracking for shipping is free on all orders over £100. Otherwise, it is a little extra. But in the UK, everything is inclusive of the shipping cost there. So now then, let's see who is back in the chat. We've got Corndog. Hello, my friend. How are you? Smash that thumbs up, you all. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Mantis Metal saying, ugh, I just died. That one is beautiful. I hope you're referring, of course, to this lovely kilo bar. I'm going to use my Backyard Bullion Laura Blade knife to point at that bar. This one is indeed a killer bar. Really, really happy with it. Then we've got Fossil Metals just reminding everybody. Again, look, guys, thanks to all of the moderators in the chat here. You guys you don't even have to do what you're doing. I mean, all that we hope is that you just keep an eye on any nasty trolls that might come in and say horrible things. But you guys are doing a really good job, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Fossil Metals is reiterating the point here that these large bars are not listed on our website. They are very much get in touch type situation to order them. So yeah, thank you, my friend, for reminding everybody. Gregory Lee says, very interesting, have to go now, but happy. Have a great day and happy hunting to you all. Thank you. Tribal Trap says, it looks tight. This one is tight like a tiger. Electro Pig von Fockengruven has posted some links on Twitter with pictures. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. B Demon, the ripples are awesome. We like to think so. These have come out perfectly, and I'm really happy with them. Thank you. Let us know. Okay, put in the chat number 1 if you think this one is better, or number 2 if you think this one is better. So number 1, smash that number 1 if you think the one on the left is the better kilo, or smash number 2 if you think the one on the right is better. Be interesting to see the votes coming through. So hit number 1 if you prefer the kilo on the left, or number 2 if you like the one on the right. That would be interesting to see. It looks like number 2 is going to have it. Silvermac, you can't vote for both, my friend. That's cheating. Lots of people saying number 2. A couple of people saying number 1, but number 2 is my favourite, I have to say. Fossil Metals, you're cheating. You're saying you love them both. You have to choose. You have to choose. That's the rules. Anyway, I'm really proud of them. I love them. And we haven't showcased them. I think I showed one of them in a video a week ago. We haven't really showcased the silver pouring side of things. That's a little part of this stream that I want to Silverback Sakura, just seen your comment. You put my train of thought off. You said giveaway question mark. I would love to give away a kilo bar of silver, but right now I think we are unable to do that, unfortunately. Maybe one day in the future, if we hit 100,000 subscribers. In fact, look, I'll tell you right now, if we ever get to 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I get one of those YouTube plaques that all the big YouTubers get when they hit 100,000, I'll give away a kilo of silver. That is the goal. That is what we want to achieve. And I'll commit to that right now here on YouTube. So if we get to 100,000 subscribers, we'll do that. Right, anyway. So I lost my train of thought. What were we saying? Silver pouring, that's what I was saying. So silver pouring. Now, a few people have been asking for a video on these 3-ounce silver forum rounds and whether we're going to be doing a silver pouring style video to showcase them, how they're made, and all of that. We've done that in previous years. Now, I haven't done that this year. There's a few reasons why. Life is hectic. Life is very hectic right now. For myself and for Mrs. Backyard Bullion, and it's just not been very practical. It just has been it's been one of those quarters, I guess you could say. The last 3 months has been pretty manic, and we've just been trying to catch up as best as possible with life, with silver pouring and getting everything done and ready so that basically we've got, I had my surgery scheduled. And I wanted to get everything done in time for that. So I was frantically working and pouring all of not just these 3-ounce rounds, but the 5-ounce rounds. We also did, of course, all of the European mint, bars, squares, triangles, and rounds and everything as well. And we just didn't have the time to fully plan and commit and think and sit down and I'm sorry for that. I know a lot of you like those videos and are interested in those. And I actually genuinely really like making them, but they do take an awful lot of planning, because when you're producing this much kind of silver and you're on time schedules and time, we were also going to Scotland, remember, for a holiday, so we had a couple of weeks, completely out of schedule, that we could not pour silver or do videos and things like that. So yeah, it was hard work, and Mrs. Backyard Bullion deserves a big thank you right here in this moment, because without her help and support and management skills and just everything in life, it probably wouldn't have been able to get everything done that we wanted to do. So the good news is, though, we have got everything done, but the bad news is there are no pouring kind of making of videos of these 3-ounce rounds or the 5-ounce rounds. But what we do have is we have the kilo bars, which have been videoed. Now that's really important to us, because that's part of the whole selling, part of it. They come with the pouring video. We want to showcase how they come to life, all of the different textures in these ripples. We want to show every single little bit that forms, and that's really important to us, and we will be bringing those to you guys at some point in the near future. So we'll see. Now, in terms of silver pouring compilation videos generally, so that's one of the things that really started the channel, started the business. We made basically just anything that we fancied, and we videoed it and put it up on YouTube. Those will be coming in 2020. We did 50 pieces that were videoed and showcased with nice music in the background, and we really enjoy doing those, and I enjoy making those videos, and I will be doing more of those in 2020. But for right now, the next silver pouring that you're going to see is probably these kilo bars, and that'll basically be it, I'm afraid, for 2019, as we've not got very long left in 2019. We're almost in December. It's almost Christmas, and then New Year will be upon us, and it'll all start again. The 2020 editions of the 1-ounce forum bars, the 1-ounce BYB bars, and everything will be it's going to roll over again. So yeah, that's a little update on those, on that side of things for you all. So who've we got coming back? And let's go back up a little bit. So Silver Max saying, you all shoot those shout out vids and let's get Backyard Bullion to 100,000 subs, because yes, if you did not hear it earlier in the stream, at 100,000 subscribers, we're going to give away a kilo of silver. So let's get us there. We're at what, 17,500 now? Something like that, 17,600. Still a way to go. So I think we're okay for 2019-20. But if we do get there, we will give away a kilo. Mantis Metal says, I really wanted to put my mark in my ripples, but I didn't want to steal BYB's mojo. Well, look, nobody can really claim something like this. I mean, I'd be a little bit annoyed if you put a leaf right in the middle, like my leaf, but ultimately, you can do whatever you want to your silver. It's a free world, and that's fine if you want to do that. I just ask you be a bit respectful. If you are going to put some form of leaf in there, perhaps you give credit, and that's kind of what we would say. I'm not the kind of person who would just jump up and down and scream copyright and trademark infringements and take people to court. What's the point? This world is just too crazy as it is, and if I wanted to take people to court or copyright strike and things like that, it just wouldn't be something that interests me in doing. And I know there's probably a few other people in the chat here that feel exactly the same as me. Probably a lot of you silver pourers out there. It's just not worth any of that kind of hassle and effort. And if anything, I take it as a compliment, almost you are paying homage, so to speak, to our brand and our pouring. Maybe, I don't know. There's no way that you can copyright putting a leaf on a piece of silver. I don't know. Anyway, there's a little bit of a moan about that. So Academy Green saying huge thank you to Mrs. Backyard Bullion. She's in the background listening. I don't know if she can hear because she's got some headphones in. People are saying thank you to you. Do you want to come say hello? Come say hello. Come on. She's shaking her head. She's busy. I'm afraid. Are they going to be really sad? Just come say hello. All you have to say is hello. It's Mrs. Backyard Bullion here. She's laughing. She's giggling. She's shy. Come on. You have to do it now. Just come a little bit closer so that people can hear you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Backyard Bullion. Thank you for all your help in the last couple of months pouring all my silver. No, she's very camera shy. She doesn't want to say anything more. She was very unprepared, and I'm getting some death glares now. But yes, thank you to her. Thank you to all of you who've been saying thank you to her in the chat. That's really nice of you to do so. I know she really appreciates it. So, yeah. Let's see who else is in here. We've got just the same old people saying everything else. Fossil Metal saying hello to Mrs. Backyard Bullion. Yes, I know she's very shy. Fernando Perales is saying something in Spanish. I'm afraid I don't speak Spanish. If you can translate, or if someone else can translate, that would be very good. Silver Max says Fossil Metals exactly. Anyway, Fossil Metal says earlier most pourers within the community are happy to help each other out. That's one of the brilliant things about this community. Everybody, is there to just. We're all there to have a bit of fun, ultimately at the end of the day. There are much better ways in this world of making a living than pouring silver, let me tell you. But it's really, really fulfilling and fun. And it's, if you go to court with somebody to take them to court, it's just not worth it. It's just not fun. Fossil Metal says exactly, Silver Max says Fossil Metals exactly couldn't have done anything without you all. He's so stupid. Well, it is what it is. You're not stupid, my friend. You're very talented. In fact, I don't think, unfortunately, it's not to hand, my friend. It's hidden somewhere on my desk. I can't see your brilliant bunny killer axe, I'm afraid. But Silver Mac is a very talented silver pourer. Mrs. BYB, there's a few compliments coming your way. B Demon says, Mrs. BYB, you're awesome. Silver Tanua says hello. Silver Max says hello. Cadmium Green says hello. Smith S says hello. Lots of people saying hello. We've got a little monkey to share with you all. This is M Sagan 75, one of the very talented silver pourers. We've got this hanging on our mantelpiece, so it's really cool to have there and showcase. Love it, really cool. Electro Pig says, Backyard Bullion, I found something that makes it a lot easier to polish small antique pieces. And believe it or not, it's a teardrop shaped nail buffer, zero sanding. We use actually a little bit of foam, like basically a kitchen sponge type piece of foam, and that works really well and don't need to sand anything. Mercia Silver Patriot says, hello there, thanks for saying, she says, hello, thanks for saying hi. She appreciated it. Mantis Metals, the community for silver is what made him start his own. I've done gold and silver refining, so why not pour it? It's super therapeutic. It is. It's really therapeutic to be creative, and that's one of the cool things that I love about this. It really is very, very cathartic to be creative. Two very big C words there. I really enjoy it. So, Paul's Coins. I tried forging candy, but I kept eating the profits. Very good joke. Yes, very good. Fossil Metal says, may take a little time for you to grow, but hang in there, Mantis. That's what I'd say to anybody who's new and wants to start pouring silver and selling silver as a business. Just keep at it. Things will happen, things will come, and it's just part of life. part of running a business is always tough, but that's basically why we do it. It's really fun. So we are, I think, going to start wrapping things up for the stream. 6 o'clock or the top of the hour, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in this big wide world, because we in the Backyard Bullion household have not had our dinner yet, and we are getting a little bit hungry because we've been very busy today making lots of biscotti and chocolate covered fruit and things like that. So we want to basically go and have some dinner. We've made a nice fish pie. All that you need to do is egg glaze it and then put it in the oven, and also just relax and turn off because we've been working quite hard all weekend. So we've got a few more minutes, got 5, 6, 7 minutes left on the stream. So if anybody's got any last questions or comments or things that they want to talk about, then please feel free to ask. We'll devote the rest of the stream to the chat, basically. So we've got Archaeology Mikey 007 saying, do I buy American coins and silver bullion? I do buy silver bullion. I predominantly stack Queen's Beast coins over anything else. I do have some old US coins. We've got a bunch of old 90%ers and things like that. But the majority of what I buy silver-wise these days is the Queen's Beast series. Tony Ricci is asking, where have the furnaces gone off eBay? We don't sell those furnaces directly anymore. It's to do with our basically turnover restrictions and requirements for running a business. They're quite high ticket items, and we were making about 2% profit margins on those. So it's just not worth it to make, like £10 on a very large furnace or whatever the profit ended up being. To have £350, £400 worth of turnover on our books for £10, £15 worth of profit just was not worth it. So nothing to do with the quality of the furnaces. They're really good and I'd highly recommend them. Technical Supermarket is the supplier. So if you Google Technical Supermarket, I'm sure you can find them. But no, we don't sell them directly anymore, unfortunately. So Johnny Woodbridge is, I think, leaving us. He says goodbye. Silver Steeler says, great stream. Thank you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Guys, if you have enjoyed the stream, put a thumbs up on this. It would be very helpful to us here. Paul's Coins says he likes to bring happiness no matter where he is. Nice attitude. I also like to do that. Silverback Stacker says egg glazed fish pie. I probably should have said it's not a traditional fish pie with mashed potato. It's a pastry fish pie because we didn't have any potatoes, but we had a roll of pastry, so we basically done it a bit differently. But it's all going to get eaten. It's all going to be tasty at the end of the day. Who doesn't like pastry? Who doesn't like fish? There we go. Silver Tanua says, do the biscotti come with the silver? Very good question. Probably not, no, because if we send something like that and somebody has a nut allergy or something silly, this world we live in is just not worth it. So unfortunately, no. But if you're close friends and family of ours, you'll know how good our biscotti are. So yeah. Cadmium Green says, Backyard Bullion crushing it. Awesome live chat. Thank you. Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate you stopping by and the feedback. Mercia Silver Patriot, fish pie. What is that? It's a bunch of fish, bunch of veg, nice white sauce, pastry. Yummy. Thank you. Johnny Woodbridge is saying, do I have any 1 ounce pours? At the moment, we don't have any 1 ounce pours. I will give one last sort of reminder and plug to our website. So having had a look at some of the emails and things coming through, there's essentially about 3 in theory left. About that, I have to do a complete tot up. So if you want one of these, there's a link in the chat to our website where you can go and purchase them. But the best way of doing this is to get in touch directly over on the Silver Forum, because on the Silver Forum we can offer discounts based on your membership level if you're a paid member, and also we can bypass PayPal. So get in touch on the Silver Forum if you are interested. So no, we don't have any 1 ounce pieces on our website, but there are a few 2 ounce bars and squares and things like that. So there's a link in the chat to our website. If you're interested in anything, just email me and we can do a better price than the listed prices. Otherwise, just feel free to place an order if you want to with the PayPal protection and all of that jazz. Silver Tanner was asking, it's not jellied eel, is it? No, it's salmon, trout, and cod, I think we got to go in it there. So we've got Silverback Stacker says, sounded like punishment, but then he Googled it and it sounds pretty yummy. I think fish pie is yummy. If you like fish and you like pastry and you love vegetables, then yeah, what's not to love? Adan Cito Adan says, can I do a video for a beginner buying gold and silver? I think I've done that like 3 or 4 times on my channel. I'm sure if you just have a search through our videos, we've got over 800 videos on YouTube now, which is quite a lot of videos. But I think there's a bunch on there which are all about different about the different ways that you can buy gold and silver as a beginner. So Mantis Metals, once again, BYB is my idol. I don't know about that, but thank you very much for your kind words. We've got... Sorry, Mrs. Backyard Bullion is just jumping up and down trying to get our dog to go. She really confused me for a moment. We've got Mantis Metal Paul's coins if you enjoy them. It's irrelevant if they get counterfeited, just don't sell them. I think he's talking about old US coins and things. So guys, we're going to start wrapping this video up. Rockzilla, you said we'd love to get one, but you've just picked up 40 ounces. Look, guys, one thing that I want to finish this stream by saying is that please don't feel that you have to buy these pieces of silver. They're not cheap. They are premium pieces of silver. Oh gosh, we've got Mrs. Backyard Bullion coming up to show our little doggy. They're premium pieces of silver, but please don't feel like you have to get them onto the silver because that's where the camera is. There we go. Look at that. If you buy a piece of our hand-poured silver, it has been touched by our dog, Pickle. Mrs. Backyard Bullion, you love doing this, don't you? Oh my goodness. Please don't break all my silver. Anyway, right, so she's saying goodbye. She's saying goodbye. Wave bye-bye, Pickle. She's actually watching the computer screen right next to us, which is hilarious. So guys, we're going to wrap this up now. Thank you one and all for watching. Thank you to Mrs. Backyard Bullion for joining in for the brief moment she did, and thank you for sharing our dog Pickle too. We really appreciate all of your support. Thank you one and all. If you are interested in these, I'll put links in the description. Basically, I've uploaded this video through my phone, so I haven't got a description and tags and things in it yet, but I'll put links down below. If you're interested, they'll be down there. Thank you one and all. I really do appreciate all the support. I know it means a lot to the Silver Forum as well, so brilliant. Thank you. And thank you everyone for joining us in the chat as well. So that is basically it for today. Have a fantastic week ahead. We want to say a big thank you to everybody for watching. Subscribe if you've not done so already, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks a lot. See you again.